Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. We made it halfway through the week. Welcome to another episode of KFD&D. This is Kentucky Fried Dice. I'm Donald. I'm one half of the channel. The other half is Jilly, and she is just watching and modding in the chat as Chili Pie. Thank you all so much for contributing to our Bougie Bourbon Bonanza Challenge, where you all can see if I can tell the difference between bougie bourbons and cheap bourbons. Probably can't, but we're going to find out on stream. It's going to be a great time. We were about halfway through the community challenge, and we extended it. We knew we'd have to. That was part of the plan. Have you all waste some channel points instead of doing silly things. Actually, Jilly Pie, if you can, turn off like some of our redemptions that we're not going to do during stream. Thanks. If not, I can do it. But anyway, so we like to start all of our streams with some happy news, and we posted this in Discord just a little bit ago. Happy news is some British Columbian doctors can now prescribe a pass to national parks as part of a treatment for mental health and for physical health as well. Our doctor here gives a thumbs up, so I totally believe in like honest like mental health medicine, as well as sometimes you just need a break, and I recognize that those are both real things, and it's nice that doctors can prescribe going to a national park and doing their things. Oh, Trader Joe's bourbon. We will add that to our bourbon list. We actually have a ton of just random bourbons in the house right now. Yes, that is fantastic. I love that people realize that that's a real, and for physical health as well, like just getting out and hiking and stuff, which I have been awful about lately, because I haven't left the house, but it's totally fine. So a couple other fun things. We should have a new command, which is, no problem, honey, exclamation art, which if you do that, if you love our character art, which you should, it's going to take you right to our the Patreon of Burger Bun, our artist, who, as you can see, did our character art. If you saw the previous, as we cycled through, those are all her designs, and she also did these new overlays for us, which you can see. We're all in sync, like just the colors. So absolutely check her out if you need art done. Check her out if you don't need art done. Sometimes it's just nice to get art in your inbox, and that's also really good for your mental health. Just saying pretty things. Oh, good to know. We made the command before. Just forgot about it. Yes, pictures to Columbia Hills. You all are not muted, if you were curious. You all can talk as well.
I'm halfway into my glass of wine, and I have the wine sweats. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Kentucky Fried Dungeons and Dice.
So we have some other exciting news, which is not part of our happy news, but it's exciting. Givers and Gamers is killing it. You all have been so generous right now. We appreciate it just beyond belief. Tabletop Live, I think it was $1,800 they raised over the weekend. So I think Woo. So. And Jillian, please correct me if I'm wrong. And their goal is $2,500. So you all can still donate to your favorite streamers that are not Kentucky Fried Dice. We totally get it that you all like other people too, and that does not hurt our feelings, because there are some amazing streamers. Oh, $1,890. So basically $1,900. Like basically. Thank you all so much for stopping in and saying hi, letting us know how much it meant to everybody in the Givers and Gamers community. It means the world to us. Like that's. It's just nice to do good and know that we're contributing to something bigger than ourselves. So, lots of fun things happening. Next week is our trivia. So if you're interested in playing trivia, you should register for trivia. If you need that link, Jilly Pie can give it to you, or we can email, or Discord, or whatever. Whatever you want. We're happy. Oh no, Guy Fieri. I love that man. He is also such just a great person. So yes, if anyone is out there, a Guy Fieri fan, or Fieri, however he says it, it's spelled one way, and yeah, he's just a delight. And, yeah. So Givers and Gamers coming up. So next week is our, trivia, which is on Thursday night. And then the weekend after is the actual, Givers and Gamers event, where we're going to have Dungeons and Dragons. We're going to have, 2 sessions of that. One on Friday night, which is the Arena of Generosity, which I did a test session for last weekend, which was amazing. I got some great feedback. We're going to make it better overall. And then we're going to have a celebrity session on Saturday night with character art by the amazing Burger Bun. And we're going to be testing that one on this week on Saturday. So I think we still have some spots if you're interested in just playing a D&D one shot and just kind of like just playing D&D. Sign up on our Discord. Just click on an icon. I'll get in touch with you and get all that going. Oh yes, and we'll have code names. We'll have a Yahtzee leaderboard all weekend. We are going to have a streamer golf with your friends invitational, which we're going to have some of our favorite streamers playing golf with our friends or golf with your friends. Honestly, by the end of it, we won't be friends. That game is going to be cutthroat, and you know how it gets. I think that is most of our Givers and Gamers news. If you want that information, what you should do is go ahead and register, sign up for Givers and Gamers. You don't have to sign up as a fundraiser if that's not what your thing. Totally fine. You can sign up and just get all the information, get all the details. So totally cool. Oh no, we're turning Collision on. There is no doubt. Collision will be on. Power ups will be on. Like best case for everybody, we're gonna just use balls and not acorns and pucks. So. It's gonna be. I don't know what the kids say. What do the kids say now? Like lit? Do they say lit anymore? They say lit. Okay.
Yeah, they say lit.
It's gonna be fire.
Fire.
They don't say
Yes.
fire. They don't say fire.
They don't say
I
fire.
think they say lit.
They say it's gonna slap.
Oh.
Yes, they do.
Okay. It's going to slap.
That shit slaps.
Yeah, yes it does. Make you call your mama and apologize.
There won't be any eating here.
I don't know. Okay. Yeah. Jelly pie's a good point. Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna play some D&D at some point tonight. Just want to share the good news with Givers and Gamers and just how amazing that's been. And I'm really excited that I think more of the I'm sorry, Blue has found some paper in my office. I don't know if that came through on stream, but it did not. Oh, hey, that personality. Thank you for letting us know that shit be lit fam. I think that is probably a sentence that I, as a man my age, would not be saying. But here we are. Also, for a fun thing, tomorrow is KFD Mom's birthday. So, yes. We went and saw her tonight because we have an impending ice storm that is coming. Are things still on fleek? I have no idea. I don't know. Things are still on fleek. Okay.
Yes, they are.
So yes, everyone wish KFD Mom a happy birthday. I think she's even not watching the UK basketball game tonight to watch us play D&D. We're gonna go see her tomorrow, but just with the ice storm, we thought it'd be safer for us to do it tonight and just see her and tomorrow. So happy birthday, Mom. Love you. You are our biggest source of support, and we appreciate you beyond we could ever tell you. As it is. I think that is most of our news and updates. I probably forgot something, so y'all, if you think of it, holler out in chat. I do have some sad news. The Niners season has ended. It was a great year, and I'm still wearing my Niners hoodie. I hope the Bengals win next week. I do. I'm not like a Bengal hater. Just
It's still the most improbable thing.
I mean, they're a good team. They're a very good team. So, happy for them. But man, got a who day, and I see it. I mean, I obviously want them to see the Bengals win over the Rams because, I mean, I don't think there's any Rams fans to begin with. But this is not a football crowd, and I know it. And I know we're here for some D&D, right? So,
welcome to KFD&D football talk.
Oh, sad Cowboys noises. Oh, I'm not.
No shit. I saw someone post about Tom Brady losing a couple of weeks ago on Facebook, and I thought that was the Super Bowl.
I mean, yeah, it might as well be. Oh, that's all good. We welcome everyone, even Cowboys fans. I mean, if we welcome Cardinal fans, then Cowboys fans are fine.
We welcome Cardinal fans.
We welcome everyone. This is a safe and welcoming community that it was tough. When Jillian and I first started dating, she is from North Carolina. So, being a born and raised Kentuckian, my first question was, who do you root for, UNC or Duke? And luckily, her family does not give two shits about sports. And she went to App State. So that was not an issue. But honestly, there is no right answer for that, and I don't know what I would have done if she would have said one of the two. So, it's tough. It's tough.
There are varying degrees of evil there.
Are there? I didn't ask beforehand, but who wants to do our recap from last week?
Well, since Tim wrote it, I have no problem reading it. If you
We're
guys,
playing the nose game right now.
yeah, I said I'd do it. Relax.
Well, you guys are amazing. Alrighty.
Yeah, y'all got to tolerate my broken English, all right? All right. So, last week we started a new season. If you can't tell, it's been 6 months since the party defeated the hags on the plane of justice, and things aren't looking good. Dragonbane has effectively taken over the continent, and Brownstone has changed. The city has grown, the university construction ceased, a new shantytown district and some farms have developed just outside the city. Corruption is evident, and people who oppose disappear, only to return as statues. The reptilian race, the race of Daniela, whom the party met on the first day of the continent, have taken the role as order keepers, working in Dragonbane's name. Worst of all, Meatball is missing. Also, divine magic is all but gone. Acts of this nature are not seen, and the temples are basically abandoned. Ken, however, is somehow unaffected, and the gods of justice still answer his prayers. Here's what the party has been doing for the past 6 months. James has been traveling around looking for any more portals that need to be closed. Chime has been trying to find a way home and keeping herself fed via petty thievery. Karn has been helping out in Brownstone, feeling partially responsible for part of his Asimar soul played in the current situation. And Ken has spent most of his time helping his brother build a new inn on the other side of Brownstone, since the first one and the one above Handlebar Mines were both destroyed. He's also helping out in the city where he can. Together again, in front of a nearly completed new Howard Duck Inn, the group talk with Howard about how bad it is in the city, and they decide they have to do something about it. After some convincing, Ken finally agreed to start looking for or creating an underground movement. They head to Sunrise Gate, which is the name of the new shantytown, to see if Chime can find a thieves guild as a place to start, or at least to get some information. As the party passed sick beggars, Ken bent down and decided to use his magic, Greater Restoration, to heal one of the diseased indigent members, something that very few people can do right now. As the beggar realized what had happened, in his joy, he ran through the streets yelling, "Duck of Justice!" And he started surrounding them as the word. They could hear "Duck of Justice" through the streets being called out as word spread of this miracle that had come about. Chime makes some themes cant calls to see if she can find any members, which leads to her finding some fellow Kenku. They learn the name of the guild master, Mostep, the big bird. They get harassed by some reptilian beings, and then they head towards the upper class section of the town by the way of the docks. During a quick meal at Captain D&D's, the only pirate-themed restaurant in the Galleon's Gate, a man vaguely greets Karn as being from the same monastery, but quickly leaves. After talking about what to do next, they decide to try to catch up with him, but lose him as he appeared to jump under the boardwalk. So they decided not to pursue for now and continue on to the dealer's den to look for Mostep. Near a fountain, Chime makes another thieves' call, but to no response. However, as Ken threw away the last part of his meal into the fountain, Chime notices a marking scratched into the fountain, signifying that 3 doors north, there may be a thieves' guild house.
You know, I realized that I added something to stream and not to the game as you said that. So, this is where we pick up. You're near this fountain in Dealer's Den, which is kind of the more affluent part of what has become Brownstone since you've left. Very nearby, they are building a keep, kind of a place for the operations. for Dragonbane and his potential armies to do whatever Dragonbane does. I think we have a vague idea. But as you walk down the street, you notice a sign, and from that sign you feel like you have a very good idea of what you might be in for. The sign is wood with a large gold key kind of set off towards the left side. The words lock and key in a kind of ornate script are written on it as well. And with the key itself, the biddings, that where it's cut, kind of looks like an F. So could this be flock and key? Or is it just a lock and key? Not sure, but the entrance is rather plain, really, for what you might expect. It just kind of an unnormal looking storefront with a large, perhaps like, I don't know if I'd quite call it a mansion, but a large house that kind of, it blends in for sure. What if it's Fleek and Key? We want to recap for your... Yeah, there's a lot of questions there. I think Hame would probably be happy to do recaps for your campaign as well. So I think you just message him and ask him, and I'm sure he'd be down for it. He loves
you got
recaps.
it, buddy. Yeah, I love hearing my voice.
It's a thing of beauty. Let's... there we go.
It's half gone right now thanks to COVID, but let's go ahead to the beginning.
So here we have the flock and key, small kind of storefront, and then again like a large, we'll go and call it like a mansion, like a large dwelling attached to it.
Yeah, Chime. Let's do what we need to do and get the flock out of here. I've been wanting to say that all day.
Have you, or have you just been waiting to say that since you saw the sign?
I'll be honest, since I saw the sign.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It opened up his eyes and saw the sign.
I don't understand your references, right, Karn?
Only 10 weren't missing.
Oh.
Just a happy little song to boost
For those of
us.
you that have missed most of season 1, which the recap is all available on YouTube, the whole run of season 1 is on YouTube. Tam was one of our characters, and that player has since moved to Germany, and the timing just doesn't work. I'm sorry, Austria, not Germany. Those are different places. But okay. So, what's the plan?
We knock.
Are there any like windows to peek in first?
There is like a large like storefront window as well. Like it's like a normal kind of wood door. We'll throw out some door terms here. It's like half glass, so like the top half is glass, but it's like a frosted kind of glass. You can't see into it. Then next to it there is like a large window, all glass, and you can like see inside it.
Time is it?
I think you all kind of finish up, so it's you had a big lunch and then walked over here, so it's like early afternoon.
Okay. I turn to Chime. You have a plan at all? You have any thoughts to a plan?
Well, theoretically, this is going to be a safe spot. I mean, I can always go in first if you all are like afraid.
Not afraid. Wait. Oh, I forgot. I'm still Colin Robinson, aren't I?
Oh God, I
Yes,
think
you still
are.
are in. Yeah.
Oh,
I think it lasts an hour, right?
Oh, yeah.
So would you have used it? It's definitely been more than an hour. So would you use another spell
Oh.
slot?
I don't think I have that many spell slots. I think
Okay.
I'm gonna stick out if I go in.
you say that, but like, You are walking amongst like the bird people.
That's true. Okay.
Chime, I'll go in with you, but you go in first, not because I'm afraid, but just because you're the only one of us that really knows what they're doing here.
Same. Ditto.
Yeah, should I stay outside and keep guard, or you guys want me to come in too?
I think that'd be a little weird if you just stood outside, so like alone.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, come inside. How about try not to start any fights, and we'll
Definitely
we'll
don't
just
do that.
we'll just listen. We'll just try to pick up on some things.
As you wish.
Okay.
I do want to. Can I take one peek through this storefront window before I go in?
Yeah, of course. So it's kind of as you kind of peek your head in from the door. There's a dwarf and a gnome, like working behind some like dark wood counters with dark wood flooring, and there's several like tool chests, or not. Tool. Tools, just tools hanging on the wall that you would use in typically lock and key manufacturing, even though this is like a little more primitive than what we're used to in our contemporary times. The gnome is wearing some glasses and seems to be deep in thought on whatever he's working on, and dwarf is just kind of behind the counter, just kind of looking around. Kind of, are you trying to like just get a quick peek, like in that, or
Just a quick peek.
quick? Yeah, that's enough to easy.
Okay.
What do you see?
Well, it looks like a normal shop, and there's a gnome in there. So, we'll see. He could just be the friendly face. I don't imagine Big Bird's showing himself out every day.
Do you know what you're gonna say to this bird when you see him?
The bird?
Yeah.
I mean, it all really depends on his demeanor.
What's
kinda-
our? I don't know, what's our plan? What's our story? Shouldn't we go in with a plan or something?
What's the word that we're going to use with the bird?
Oh my gosh! Somebody
Um,
smack him.
But we're gonna
So
use.
are we looking for a new lock to put on Howard Duck's Inn's front door?
Sure, that works for me. That could be a kind of bar.
If needed, that's Chime. That's your call. You can pull that out if you need it.
Yeah, and you can ask to see the manager because I can see you doing that.
Yeah, just tell them that we're from Howard's Duck Inn and we're looking to possibly upgrade the locks. Because I think if there's an inn running it doesn't have any locks, they're instantly going to be suspicious.
And if they do doors, I want to see the hinges too.
Or you just do what you want. That's just an option for you.
I mean, I was planning on going in and discreetly just asking about the Big Bird.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a little bit more to the point.
All right, that's
No,
what I'm
I'm-
asking. What's the plan? And if that's the plan, then let's do the plan. Okay. I thought we needed a story or something. I don't know how to do this. I've never been a thief before.
Honestly, just
hey.
let me
Oh,
handle it. It's
All
okay.
right, lead the way.
All right, I guess we're going in.
Okay. As you open the door, it pushes in, and a small bell chimes as you walk in. The dwarf, who looked kind of grumpy and staring off into nothingness, kind of perks up as you come in. The gnome off to the side behind the counter doesn't acknowledge you, doesn't change his demeanor whatsoever. Dwarf like looks at you, looks at the rest of the party, looks back to you, Chime.
There's not any other customers in here, are there?
No, otherwise it's empty. It's empty.
Okay.
Is it weird that the Kenku is speaking?
The Kenku has not spoke yet and doesn't like speak.
Right. But I don't think Kenku normally is it weird for never mind. Never mind.
Okay. Chime.
Sorry. By Kenku, you were referring to me, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Sorry, something popped up in it.
So you all walk in. The dwarf kind of looks at everybody, looks a little confused, and kind of looks to you, just kind of as a group. Hey, what can I do you for?
Hey, bud. What's your name?
So like, and you're speaking telepathically to him. I think, is that correct? You're using your telepathic ability. Okay. He looks confused for a second because it's not coming out of your voice, and
I'm gonna cough.
uh,
I'll make a cough noise. Little one.
He just looks completely flabbergasted by this possibility of a Kenku like in his mind. Hey, they call me Iron Skull. Anyway, what you need?
Iron Skull. Okay, well, I heard that maybe you might know where I could find a big bird.
Aye. He points over to to Ken. That's
Right here.
by the biggest barn I've ever seen.
Yeah, not exactly what I was meaning.
You want a bigger bird, lady?
Maybe not in stature, but, you know, societal standing.
What's that supposed to mean?
I'm sorry, Ken. Were you in this discussion?
Sorry, go ahead.
Nah.
Iron
Don't anyone
Skull,
like that.
my guy, you don't
Thank
know
ya.
any birds at all here?
We're the gnome kind of stops what he's doing. Man, we're a lock and key company, and that is all we do here. So if you are in need of locks and or keys, we'd be happy to assist. But we do not have any large kenkus or other large birds working here. Now, if there's nothing else, we have work to do.
No, you know what? We do need to upgrade the locks on Howard's Duck Inn.
Okay. Let's
You
see.
see a shit-eating grin on Ken's face in the background as he just crosses his hands.
Oh, okay. He gets out a form. What's the? Can you tell me about what's close to it, so we can send someone out to look at these locks?
Yeah, John, what's close to it?
Oh, is it the? Did it just open recently? It's close to one of the gates.
Yeah, it's that one.
Yeah.
I've been working on it for the last several months with my brother Howard, named after him. Yeah.
Okay. Now, what kind of locks? How many locks are you looking at?
We have many different rooms in the facility. We're going to want one for each, as well as multiple copies of keys. We're also going to need securities for our vault, for our basement, our cellar, our kitchen, all the private offices, and most definitely the front, back, side doors, and emergency exits.
Now that I'm thinking
yeah,
about it, you're probably going to want a master system to go along with that, right?
yeah, definitely.
Oh, without a doubt. We would think that we would do every individual room key differently with a master system for that. And then most of your other exteriors, perimeter options will all work with a master key. Yeah, that's pretty standard stuff. I mean,
This is going to be a large contract, and I expect to need your services for the foreseeable future, as we may have reason to change our locks on occasion for security purposes. Who is the head of your operations here?
well, that's me, so thank you. Don't know why you wouldn't assume a gnome could do it, but, you know.
I didn't say that. I was just curious. Okay.
Yeah. We also didn't catch your name.
Oh, of course.
He said Iron Skull.
No, Iron the dwarf. No, I'm Iron Skull.
Oh,
I'm the customer service here.
excuse me. Well, look the same to me.
Well,
Damn, that was racist.
that is offensive. Do you not? I can't grow a beard, and look at that glorious, magnificent facial cascade on that one.
All right.
Can we get back to
Should've
my
figured.
transaction?
Yes.
We're also going to build future transactions. So if our business relationship is established here, it's to be a good one, we plan to use you for other Howard Duckins across the city and possibly the continent. So
Yes, facial cascade. Okay. Well, we really only service in Brownstone, so we can, we can go ahead and get you locks, and you can take them out there. Now, who made your doors? Is that a local thing, or did y'all just build them yourselves, all haphazard? Because that happens a lot. Is this gonna be like a custom job, or can we use some of our standard? It kind of like pulls out from under this thing some different locks. There's a whole other like set of them. So like typically for good security, you're gonna go with this mortise lock. It kind of pulls on it. Yeah, and you see you can actually dual locking. So if someone needs privacy, they okay. I see you look a little overwhelmed. Let's puts that away and pulls out.
You're just casting such a wide net over these locks.
Well, look, you want to buy locks, and we were going to talk about some locks, and everyone's going to be happy.
Work 2.0. You love it.
Okay, so maybe what you're looking for, maybe this is a little more your speed. He pulls like a padlock, and then a hasp. Is this?
all right, don't insult me like that. Let's go back to the other locks.
Okay, so you're looking for some mortise locks throughout the establishment.
Right. That's
Okay.
right. I know.
Okay.
I never recalled that.
And what's your timeline that you're going with?
Yeah, well, about a month or two.
Okay, a month or two. Are you currently open? Do you have like certain hours? We can get. Let's see. Me or Iron Skull can go out. I don't know. Next week. Iron Skull just.
Yeah, that sounds good. We haven't even. We're finishing construction right now. We don't have any guests at this point. So.
Okay, so Matt Demus just wants his own key, so that's we can make it happen.
Yeah.
Or there. Sorry, I don't know your pronouns. Okay.
It's he.
Iron Skull just looks frustrated, and a little angry for some reason. And it's like, you got this. And beneath the counter, gets like a mug, and goes through a door just behind the counter. Into another room, and kind of shuts the door. And the gnome kind of looks over and goes, anyway, okay.
Can I get a peek of what's in the other room while he's like opening and closing it?
Yeah, go ahead and roll perception.
Okay.
Yeah, now's a good time for the other party to kind of scrounge around while I got the gnome busy and the dwarf is gone. I kind of give him that look that says that. I don't know if DM will allow it. So
You can speak
Yeah.
telepathically at Chime
Oh,
if,
to
if
Chime,
she's
right.
listening. If she's listening.
if she's listening. So yeah, I just relate to
Probably.
Chime. How now's a good time to look around while he's distracted. The other one's gone. So
So I got an 11 on that perception roll.
You don't get a good look, but he's not like trying to be stealthy. The door beyond, which is again, it's like behind the counter. It appears to open up into some type of like great hall with several large like standing tables scattered throughout the room, with various from your like brief experience as a thief, like probably some trophies that have been stolen, like hanging on the wall, like as a just show off the power of the Thieves Guild. But other than that, that's like all you really see for a brief second. But at this point, it looks like a Thieves Guild to you inside. Okay, so you're looking for.
So telepathically, I want to reach out to both James and Karn and say, you all need to make a big distraction so I can sneak back there. Like a big, that guy's gonna look away distraction.
I have an idea. Like I'm thinking. Like I say that back telepathically. Can I see one of these locks? And I'm gonna try and pick it to see if I can pick it to see if it's a good quality.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
Let's see.
he's like, yeah. I think, yeah, you sure try this one. I mean, it's
Okay.
0-bitted, so it should be pretty easy, but you know, just go for it.
Oh, well, he's.
I am not proficient in it, so what should I roll?
Do you have? So you're like kind of look. You don't have any thieves tools on you then either.
Nope.
Oh, okay. He kind of goes on the counter. He gets out a little pick set for you.
Oh, perfect.
And sets it down. He's like, yeah, I guess if you want to try.
Well,
That would just be a dex ability check. Go ahead, Chime.
While he's doing this, I want to make a quiet little sneak over the door and try and slip in.
Okay. Let's get a map set up for this.
If I see this, I'm gonna like start grabbing the thieves, the picks, and like bending them to see like what quality they are right in front of him. It's like, let's see if these are any good. Yeah, that's my attempt to aid in that.
Sure.
Is there any loose shelving nearby that I could accidentally pull down?
It's
Those
pretty
things will crash against
sturdy.
each other.
Let's see. Let's get you all in here.
Hey, you wanted a distraction. We're gonna go full Stooges here.
Cramped space behind the counter for all of you, but it's totally fine. And let's get... This is the time when the DM makes the map, is unsure of why the map is needed, so doesn't have it doesn't have stuff on it yet.
Fine.
But,
It's a peek into the back room.
yeah. Little gnome behind the counter helping you out.
Oh,
Okay.
love that hair.
Players, you all can all see the map, right?
Yep.
Yes, we
I
can.
think you can probably see the entire house. I think I did not get dynamic lighting on.
That's fine. I've just zoomed in.
Perfect. All right, so let's see. Gnome is up there. It's gonna be difficult to kind of sneak past him through the door, but he's kind of watching James with a combination of curiosity and disgust as he's like bending these precision tools and stuff, and kind of like has his hands like in his head. It's like this is.
And we just came from lunch, and my hands are still greasy.
Super greasy.
Oh, you're nasty. You're the worst.
Like it's I've got one of the picks, and I was like, maybe I just bend it a little bit this way, and I.
He's like, okay. Chime, go ahead and you can roll your stealth.
Oh my god, please tell me I have advantage on that because I have a distraction.
Oh yes, he is distracted. You will have advantage.
Okay, that's... Folks, that is the difference between 13 and 28.
Oh, nice. All right, so you're trying to like get into the room, like open the door and everything, and kind of sneak on back.
Yeah, I just want to slip through as quietly as I can.
Okay, so you're like right next to him, and at a point where you think he's about to turn and look, James like really just shoves the full on lockpick in there, and the gnome is like, oh, like actually like lets an audible noise of just complete distress.
I use the turn tool as the pick.
Oh.
No. While he's doing that, I'm just gonna open the door and close it just to make it sound like Chime has stepped out of the building. That way, if he looks and figures out that there's only 3 people, we've got no plausible excuse.
That is very clever. I don't give this out enough. You have an inspiration for that. Chat, also, you all should totally call out whenever the players deserve inspiration, because I forget about it in 5th edition. So Chime, you're able to sneak through with Karn like, ugh. And the gnome like takes a second to look up and just like look around. Wasn't there 4 of you? Where'd the bird go?
She
Another-
needs to step outside for a second.
Okay, go ahead and give me a deception for that, Karn.
Okay. $15.
He pauses for just a second. Kind of like in his mind, his wheels are turning. Oh,
You hear some things inside the lock breaking.
okay. How about we get you a different lock? That's when I was gonna give to someone, but was. I guess at this point you might as well. And if that, so we go to Chime.
Wait. How much for the set and this lock so that I can practice?
You won't get a ton of practice. He did mention that lock is 0-bitted and probably ruined it at this point. For that lock, man, that's a nice model. That's probably 5 gold.
Well, you're never gonna get 5 gold out of this thing. How about 1?
I love how, Donald, I love how you throw out 0-bitted as if like everyone's gonna just know.
Doesn't matter.
I don't know. About that.
It's the top layer of the key before you cut it. That's a 0-bit.
Yeah, it's just there's nothing's cut for it.
Thank you, lock-picking lawyer.
If you made any effort to pick it, like it would, you put something in there, it'd work. But anyway, so Chime. So now you see this full room in front of you. Again, like several tables set up in the middle of it. No chairs though, as if and used to like what you would encounter in the Thieves Guild, like lots of tables for feasts, but they never do chairs. Kind of like the central. This is where we party and hang out and like celebrate our victories and like get the inspiring speeches section. And it kind of passes as like a great hall meeting room as well. So there's a set of armor over on the wall, just completely decorative. It looks like it's very thin and cheap, but just there to look nice. Several doors. A door going north, another door going north a little further away, 2 doors to the south. Sorry, these maps make it a little hard to see what's happening. Actually, 3 doors to the south for that one. And then another door just on the opposite side. Otherwise, this room is completely empty at this point.
Okay. I want to, so the first door up on the north end, I want to try and listen outside of it, see if there's any activity going on in there.
Okay, go ahead and roll a perception. And we'll go back to our gnome situation we have going on. Look, this is quality craftsmanship. It's gonna be... I mean, you've damaged it, but you damaged it. So, 5 gold is what I need for that. And look, these are the best quality locks you're gonna find in Brownstone. If you want these for your inn, this is what you're gonna need.
Well, speaking of which, since we're talking about damaged locks, what kind of warranty do you offer with these?
Well, if you do something stupid like what he just did, nothing. Yes, Duck, that seems to have a question.
I don't know them.
Yeah,
Cat.
I wasn't asking specifically with what James was doing. I was just asking, hey, for the longevity of Howard's Duck Inn.
I don't want this event to ruin our business deal. I'll pay you for it. Just add it to the bill, or I can give it to you now if you prefer.
no, we'll add it to the bill if you're okay with it. Yeah, then you can have that
Yes,
lock
of
and
course.
stuff.
And please give him no more locks. Oh my gosh,
I'm
Donald,
just
I'd
gonna,
like to do
I'm just gonna
something.
start picking it up and still trying to crank it open.
Hey,
You breaking lot pick after pick inside.
yeah. What'd you have for me?
Yeah, actually, yeah, I raised my finger because I wanted to cast Zone of Truth behind him while he was distracted with James.
So, casting is typically not something you do super silently. If you want to pull up Zone of Truth, that typically has verbal and somatic components. So, like,
Yeah.
you have to move your arm, and you can totally do it. Don't get me wrong, no
Mhm.
issue there.
But it's gotta be obvious.
But it's gonna be you really can't cast a spell and like it really be sneaky.
Gotcha.
So,
okay.
but again, like if you want to do it, by all means. Just like I had
All
a
right.
reminder.
I'll just tell him. Give me a second. I'm gonna pray on this if you don't mind. I gotta speak my language if that's okay with you.
I suppose. Okay.
Cast the Zone of Truth.
Okay. We'll come back to what happens next. Back to Chime. So Chime, you're in front of this door, and with a what was your perception roll?
It was a 13.
Okay. You don't hear anything currently.
Okay. Does the door swing in or out?
It swings into the room.
Okay.
It'd be a
I
left-hand door.
Stop it! I'm escaping it soon.
There's
Let
no
me
escape.
escape it.
You know things.
Oh, too many things. So I want to just crack it and take like a small peek in.
Okay.
Perception.
The perception.
Oh my god, that's a 12.
Okay. So you kind of peek in, and we're gonna go back to the other thing real quick as I look for a token. That's easier. Okay, so you're casting. You're in the process of casting that spell, and you cast it. The gnome looks confused because it's like really obvious when you're casting magic. And he like kind of looks around for a second and just okay. What was that?
Be straight with me. Is this really just a locksmith, or is this a front? You have to roll a saving throw, don't you?
I do.
Yeah, charisma.
Yeah. DC 11, looks like. So.
His like mouth begins to like say something else, but nothing comes out of it.
Like liar, liar.
Yes, he's and he looks confused for a second.
Oh,
And
and
then-
everybody in this 15-foot circle cannot lie anymore. It goes for James and Karn as well.
He just kind of gives up after a second. And then he just says, I think you should leave. And he points
Yeah,
to
that's
the
what
door.
I thought. All right. Ken grabs the gnome's throat and slams him against the wall.
Okay, so in
And
that
pulls a knife
case,
to his throat.
we are going to need to roll initiative. And let me go back and get...
Does that include me?
probably for the sake of this, because it's not super far, and so like basically what's happening is Ken reaches out, begins to reach aggressively for the gnome, and that's when initiative is going to start to see, like, because that's pretty obvious that combat is starting. And so y'all can't see what I'm doing over here because I did not expect all this.
Sorry.
And I mean, no, that's the fun. Like, this is a story that you all get to tell.
Yeah, I guess we're not going to get a good deal on those locks now.
You are not.
I wonder how many locksmiths there are in town.
Oh, the locksmith.
I don't even know if Howard needs locksmiths. I just kind of made all that up. So.
You could probably just call it, like Papa Lock.
No.
The in-universe Papa
Well,
Lock.
that's listing as a sea hag. That is not, in fact, a sea hag. That's probably just the last thing that had initiative. So I don't want y'all to be stressed out about a potential sea hag.
Not again.
Killed him once.
Oh,
Killed
no.
him twice.
Oh, no, the sea hag is on there still. Hang on. Sea hag on.
I rolled a 6, but it says 10 in the turn order. What's up with that?
I'll fix it in a second. It's just
Okay.
being...
Yeah, because I rolled a 9 and it came up as 19.
Just
oh
it-
shoot!
Sometimes Roll20 just doesn't want to cooperate with us today.
Or
And that's...
it's adding weapon speed, like 2nd edition.
Okay, so Ken has a 6. I think James is on there. I probably didn't clear it after the last fight, truthfully.
Mm-hmm.
Do it.
So that happens sometimes. Alright, Karn with a 9. Ken with a 6. James with a 17.
Mm-hmm.
And Chime with a 10. And we reorganize. All right. So, James, you see Ken start to reach out his hand like for the gnome's throat across the counter. How are you reacting?
I have to react the way I think James would react. And James would react by trying to deflect the arm from getting near the gnome.
Okay. Okay. So I'm going to say that your action is going to be to assist the gnome in his impending grapple. Or you can try to, instead of assist, you can try to just hinder Ken. Either
I
way.
was just gonna try and hit his arm out of the way, like from going in a straight line. But if that is assistant and avoiding a grapple, fine.
Mechanically, I'll just say, Ken, you have disadvantage whenever you try to grapple him.
Okay.
Okay, and then so that's my action.
Correct.
But I'll be like, and I know I don't have long to say this, so I'm trying to think of. Okay,
You got one
this
word.
is we're trying to get some help. We are not trying what you think we're trying to do, and I think that's all I have time to say. And I'm just frustrated that I'm trying to say something and can't figure out how to say it.
So in the meantime, Chime, as you like open, the Iron Head or Iron Skull is hiding behind this couch, kind of like doing a very bad job of hiding, almost just like a combination of skulking and sulking, and just drinking from his mug, and kind of doesn't quite hear the door open, but like looks up in your direction and starts to hear what you can kind of hear a commotion happening of some type behind you in that main room, and he kind of drops his glass, and starts to walk towards the door. Doesn't quite make it to the door, but is walking. Oh, sorry, the door's right there. Walking towards it, and that's all he does. So it's your turn.
Oh my god.
A commotion is happening of some type back where you just came from, and you see that dwarf walking towards you.
I'm gonna try and hide under one of the tables.
Okay. Go ahead and give yourself another then hide roll or sneak roll with advantage.
25 with advantage.
Okay. So you are beneath that table, like thinking you're pretty well hidden. Anything else?
No.
Okay. Karn. Oh shoot. Yeah. You're up next.
Uh,
Oh, why did that backwards?
well, I think for my action, I'm gonna try to help James out and try to get between Kin and this gnome, just trying to diffuse this situation.
Gotcha. I can't give
But-
him like double
Advantage.
disadvantage. So you're
Why
also
not?
just
Why
trying to
not?
like because it's just not the way the mechanics work, and it doesn't make sense too. But okay.
What you
And
can
also
do
while
is,
just muttering, God damn it.
All right, what you can do, Donald, is you can add the d20 for both of the characters, James and Karn, and to the d20 you're going to use for the gnome versus. I know max is 60 versus my d20. There's a small chance that if they roll, all three of them roll poorly, and I roll great, I will still win.
I'm gonna keep you with just disadvantage.
Okay.
And then we'll
All
kind of reevaluate as things happen.
Sounds good.
So you are going to attempt to grapple the gnome now.
Well, it should have been successful the first time, but yeah, let's grab his little poor guy's throat and slam him against the wall like I've intended. All right. So, not realizing how far away from the gnome he actually was, Ken, in his lanky self, reaches over the table at this 3-foot little character on the ground with the full intention of intimidating him. And it's a strength check, right?
You're gonna do athletics check, and it's gonna be opposed by his
Dex.
it's his acrobatics skill. Which
Okay,
he doesn't have a lot of, but he's very dexterous.
11. That's with disadvantage.
Okay.
Oh my Jesus! He rolled a natural 20.
You rolled a
We got a
natural
little
20.
spider gnome here. Okay.
So he you kind of, maybe the zone of truth gave him insight he didn't have. It like showed off your demeanor to him or something along those lines. But as you like lunge your hand for him, he just ducks under it. And maybe part of it was James like trying to like mess with your hand as well so you can't grab him. But he just ducks under it. And it just yells at you like, "What are you doing? Help! Help me!"
I'm trying to get a closer look at you. Get over here.
Absolutely not. He reaches under the counter, pulls out a small dagger, and holds it up kind of menacingly, as menacingly as a gnome with cool goggles can be. Get back and get out of here. They'll come for you.
I think he's being honest. Who is they?
Get out.
I don't think we should go through with our business transaction.
Yeah, I don't think you should either. James, we'll say we'll go and do even combat. Even if it's just discussion at this point, we will do it in turn to make sure everybody gets a chance. So,
Okay.
James.
I'm gonna drop 5 gold on the counter.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry about the lock.
Max
Really,
here.
honestly, here for help.
With the hearing of help me, Iron Skull uses his turn to bust through the door. Makes a beeline for the front. Kind of comes out and sees all of you. I knew you'd all be trouble. Reaches under the counter and gets out a good sized hammer. My buddy said get out. He just points. Chime?
Well, I want to slip into just the entrance of the room that Iron Skull was just in.
Okay.
Take a look around.
So this appears to be like maybe a entertaining room. The large couch set up. The table on the wall you just came in next to the door has some a bowl of dice for gaming, something you're very familiar with from your time in a rogues guild before, or thieves guild. Another 2 doors. One here and one here, so one to the east, one to the west, and then just some windows. The room is actually typically very well lit with candles kind of everywhere. And that's what you're kind of seeing now. You used up a little bit of movement, so you probably have more as you kind of go in and check. Anything else?
I want to. Ooh. I want to listen to the door on the eastern side.
Okay, go ahead and roll a perception, and Karn, your turn.
Okay, I'm just gonna look the gnome dead in the eyes and just say, look, okay, we got off to a bad start here. We're here looking for help. We understand there's a thieves guild. We're looking for help. I can't lie right now. Ask the duck.
He can't lie right now, neither can any of you.
Get out. You don't hear anything in that room, Chime. All right, so Ken.
Well, if you don't want to be straight with me, then this will probably not be the last time you hear from me. I know where I'm not wanted. And Ken storms out.
In that case, I'm going to take you off the combat there, Ken.
Okay.
Now about you lunged at me. Get out. Looks at the two of you. I'm sorry. If you associate with him, you're not wanted here either.
Completely understand. We really need help. Look, I paid you for the lock. Obviously,
We're going to
and
take it out
also
combat
I
now.
stopped him from lunging at you. He can be a jerk sometimes, but he is good at what he does. You cannot tell me you've been on a crew where someone was good at their job, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you would go have a beer with them.
No, I'm kind of like slowly shifts his gaze over to Iron Skull.
I do not look at Iron Skull. I'm staying deadlocked on.
I'm standing right outside the door, so the zone of truth is still affecting all four of you.
I haven't said I didn't want to drink a beer with you, but I did say that you can be a jerk sometimes, which is the truth.
Looks at you and kind of nods. Yeah. Okay. Where's the Kenku?
Zone of truth, motherfuckers.
I don't know exactly where the Kenku is.
Did she leave this building?
Maybe.
Zone of truth, man. Come on. You got to roll a saving throw if you want to lie. I'm
Okay.
talking to James here, so.
Consider it an audition.
Well, if she's auditioning, we don't need you then, do we?
How do you... Okay. Fine. But
Well, she's the skill, but we're the muscle. So we're.
I'm the muscle. You hear from outside the door.
so you're saying that a crew can only have one skill for everybody?
Kind of looks at each other. We'll see how she does, and then we'll discuss it. So, Chime, you don't hear anything at that door.
Right. I'll listen at the other door.
Okay.
The one it's over here, right?
Sorry, there's actually 3 doors in that room. The one you're at here, there's one more to the north, and there's one over here.
I'll go to the one up top, the northern.
Okay.
Take a listen.
Go ahead and give me perception.
It's a nat 1.
Nat 1.
6.
You hear, I'm the muscle. Oh, I can't do a Ken voice.
Oh, God. It's crazy if he thinks he's the only one here. She'll just kind of roll her eyes a little bit.
It's fair.
Move along. Are we still going in, like, initiative order?
No, I think we're kind of doing it now where it's just like an awkward, the four of them staring at each other in this room.
Right.
Like
one of those standoffs from south of the border.
Yeah, like they've established that really at this point, you're auditioning for all of them. So no pressure, but you're not aware of that, so it's okay.
Yeah, it's
Mexican
fine.
standoff. Yeah.
It's fine.
I'm gonna pull out a ration and start nibbling on it.
Not going anywhere for a while. Grab a ration.
Okay. So you listen to that room. You-
Move to the last door and listen to that one.
Okay.
It's a 14.
Okay. You don't hear anything in particular, but you get just that sense, like a gut feeling that you can't quite pinpoint why, but someone's in that room.
The door swing in or out?
Door swings in.
Okay.
It's right now.
I'm gonna try and crack the door and get a peek. Should that be stealth or something else?
Go ahead and roll stealth. Yeah.
$17.
Okay. So the door kind of slides open, and it looks like a very ornate bedroom. And you can't get the door super open, but just enough. And you see some feet on the bed. They're in boots. Not
Thank God.
not bare feet.
For a second there, I thought this was a Quentin Tarantino movie.
You can kind of see that much. Some very, like, look like very fancy boots.
And it's just one person worth
One
of
person,
feet.
yes. 2 feet.
And then any hint as to gender. The small feet, little feet.
I mean, I don't. The boots are like probably a fine black leather. I don't really know how to tell gendered booted feet. So not with that perception score, you probably do not get. Yes, Chili Pie, of course. In my universe, all boots have a little bit of fur. It's a requirement.
They have apple bottom jeans. Am I looking at her?
Well, you can't see any type of jeans. So as long as it just keeps giving.
I think there's not really any hint that they know I'm there, right?
They have not indicated that if they think if he was there.
Not any movement, like
Nothing.
I'm gonna pull out my dagger,
Okay.
and I want to sneak into the room hopefully unseen.
Okay, go ahead and give me another stealth roll.
Okay. Oh my god, I'm sweating bullets, y'all. Shit. I got 12.
Okay. So you have to open the door a little bit more to fully make it into the room. And lying on this bed is another Kenku. And even kind of having that, like, his head is propped up on one arm, hand just kind of casually at the side, and then in your head, you hear "Oh, welcome, dearie. I'm just so glad you made it. How about you put that dagger away and you don't get hurt?"
He's good.
Shit. Yeah, I'll go ahead and store the dagger and I'll ask. You the big bird I'm looking for?
Well, no one really calls me the big bird, but sure. Sure.
Well, my sources did.
Well, I think it kind of depends on your definition of a big bird and what you're looking for in a big bird. Yeah. Catch my meaning.
Right. Are you running the Thieves Guild around here?
Oh. Dearie.
I feel like,
No.
so in my character art, I feel this isn't something I've discussed with you.
Oh, it's fine.
But I've always intended for like the belt buckle to have like one of their symbols on it.
Absolutely.
Is that something that he would recognize?
Yes,
Okay.
for sure. Dearie. How about you go get your friends who caused just such a ruckus. We don't like ruckuses.
I'm so sorry for them. They're boneheads.
How about you go get them, and I will tell my friend to let them pass, and you all just come into my salon, and we will have a little chat.
That sounds wonderful. Before I go, one more question. I know why I can talk. Why can you talk?
Oh, honey, I didn't get where I am by giving all my secrets in the first date.
Yeah, okay.
You go get your friends, and we'll have a lovely little talk, and I'll answer some of your questions, and you'll answer some of my questions, and you all will leave here alive. Does that sound good?
That sounds like something.
Oh, girl, I know it does.
Alright, I'm gonna go grab my boneheads.
All right.
Mostly boneheads.
We'll go ahead and put you all into. Let's get Ken back.
And I was hoping we could lure him into the zone of truth.
It has a duration of 10 minutes, so you tell me if it's still going on.
At this point, I think it'd be gone after the sneaking and the discussion and like getting you all in the room together. I do not have a token for this character yet because I am just slacking. I'll just say I'm slacking.
Oh.
Come on, I
You're
don't
just busy.
think this was in your plans.
I'm a little.
No.
I don't think any of this was.
You all are aware that there are no plans, right? I just make
Yeah.
up maps.
But I remember hearing you say, "We've got this new awesome character. You're probably not going to see him for like 3 or 4 sessions."
Yeah, it didn't work that way. Y'all were like, let's go. But okay.
Let's see, Big Bird.
So our gnome friend and Iron Skull definitely gave Ken the stink eye as he's like let back in, and they and the dwarf even like kind of gets up close to his gnome friend and crosses arms.
Oh.
And Ken gives James and Karn the stink eye.
Okay. While I'm walking them back, I want to ask them, what the fuck happened?
Don't ask.
I have no idea.
No, I have a right to know.
Tell you later.
Chime, I was there, and even I don't know what happened.
Look, we had the gnome by ourselves in a room, and I was going to get some information out of him, but these two knuckleheads stopped me from doing it.
Because we would be dead if we hadn't.
Oh, by whom? He had a dwarf in the next room.
Yeah, and who knows what else behind that
Do you
door.
have any exactly? Do you have any idea where you are, Ken?
I could take them all on by myself. You guys could step outside and wait for me.
Sure, we'll step outside and wait to hold your fucking funeral.
So be
Whatever.
it.
Don't do anything stupid with this guy. I'm telling you, right now. Oh, also he can talk too. No big deal.
Fuck, you mean you heard this entire conversation?
He kind of walks in from that same bedroom with a his sword just at his side, and you kind of notice it definitely has a green glow to it. Hilt, pommel, all of it, just hanging loosely on his like belt. Yes, I heard the conversation there, darling, and I don't think I'm a fan of it. So, rest assured, you would not take out everyone in this establishment, but he walks up to you and just brushes a hand on your shoulder and just like, but I'd sure love to watch you try. Now, your
And
friend
just glares at the hand. He glares back at him.
Hey, I won't try and stop you this time, Ken.
My apologies. I should have asked for permission before I touched such a strapping young bird. Now, the lovely lady here asked if I'm in charge of the Thieves Guild. And I have to tell you, I am offended that you would think of this as such an establishment. If you look out on that sign, it clearly says Flock and Key. We
Oh, that's what that key was for.
are a locksmith and security company serving all of Brownstone proudly since last year. Now, do we delve into other less scrupulous businesses? Depends on who's asking and how much they're paying.
Does he take a sip of his wine goblet while
He
after
does.
says
He
that?
absolutely does.
That's
He's just
wonderful.
been swirling around this whole time.
Oh, I am the worst host. Would you care for a beverage?
I'll pass.
What have you got?
I'll take something. I've had a long day of dealing with that stuff out in front.
Oh. I understand. There are some people who your life would be easier without, but undoubtedly less fulfilled. Reaches over to a cabinet and kind of pulls out a dark red drink and pours into a total of 3 glasses for now. He looks over at James. Oh, and my... Yeah, okay. 4th glass. Look, big man, we might have got off the wrong foot.
I'm just gonna shoot mine as a show of like. My thought is show of trust.
Okay.
Oh, God.
He kind of... Whew, boy. Go ahead and make a fortitude save.
What's that?
I'm sorry. Thank you. A Constitution saving throw. I sometimes think of old editions.
Is that 3.5?
I think in Pathfinder, yeah.
That's a solid 9.
Okay. So like it hits you hard. This is a very potent liquor. And it just like goes straight to your head. So you're feeling a little tipsy.
That was delicious.
Oh dear. This is to be savored. And he kind of takes a little sip from it. Now
I'm gonna kind of like smack his shoulder.
James's? Yeah.
Yeah.
It
James.
was.
James is activating his own personal zone of truth.
Oh, now, honey, would you like another or?
No, thank you. That was delicious, but I know my limits.
It's a very like it's a strong burn as it goes down, but as it like hits your tongue, it is one of the like it's very sweet and refreshing and like almost like it's not bubbly, but has that like effervescent almost like just gives you energy as you're drinking it. Now again, it kind of looks at you. It looks at the pendant around your neck, which I'm guessing you're not hiding or anything, correct?
No, not hiding.
Oh no, I'm talking to Hamed, to Ken.
Oh, sorry.
No.
Well, does this day just keep getting sweeter and sweeter? My apologies, Duck of Justice. Would you reconsider perhaps a beverage that I am so graciously offering you?
Ben.
All right.
I will not take offense, good sir. I understand you have no reason to trust me, just as I have no reason to trust you. But remember, I have invited you into my abode, and if I will not take offense, I will not ask you to leave, and I will promise you, as long as you do not begin anything, no harm will come to you while you are in this house.
He says all right and just nods, kind of.
Pours you a drink and hands it to you. Now, as I was about to say, I recommend sipping it. But
Good advice.
a toast to profitable friendships, even if they're not that friendly. Now,
Cheers. We all clink our glasses. Ken takes it into his mouth and spits it back in his cup as he.
okay. Are you gonna be like subtle about it at all, or just?
Yeah, no, very subtle. He's
Okay.
like,
Go ahead and do like a stealth check on that. I
Seriously?
don't know if he's like super gonna be paying attention. Just want to see how awkward it is.
I'm trying to get a drop onto my tongue so that the toast is not ruined.
You got it. There's enough in there.
stealth, you say?
Yeah. Or is that still what it's called? Yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
9.
It's kind of obvious. He doesn't seem to take offense though.
Shoot, kind of stink eye.
All right. So it seems you figured enough out about me. You, he points at Chime. I get you want to come here. Maybe looking for work. Maybe wanting to put your skills to good use. Now the rest of you though, I don't think I've figured you out yet. So, how's about you tell me what you want, and we go from there.
Well, the big thing is they're with me. Their goal, that's my goal. My goal, their goal. Same across the board.
Yeah, we're new to this continent. We came here with our own personal agendas, but that got blown straight to the 9 hells. And now we're just trying to figure things out, especially in the fact that Dragonbane has taken Brownstone. Wanted to see if there's some sort of underground already in progress that might be the means that we need to create a little havoc and kind of overthrow The overlords keep us in check. All this martial law is not good for society to thrive
Oh,
in.
honey, I'm gonna stop you right there. Now, you're gonna just walk on in this house and talk about overthrowing a ruler. I mean, he might be self-appointed and probably kind of a usurper and going against the very ideals of coming to this continent. And we are all new to this continent. But I'm gonna let it slide this time. 'Cause I like you. You're a big, strong, strapping duck. But you don't just walk into someone's house and talk about overthrowing government. That's just where
Why
I come
not?
from. Well,
I'm sorry, Mr. Big Bird.
you can
I don't
call me
think-
Mostep, honey. Big
Mr.
Bird was my father.
I'm
Yeah, but things
Sure.
going way out of hand in Sesame Street. Jesus Christ.
Mr. Mostep. How long have you been on this continent?
Oh, I reckon it's been probably 8 months,
8 months.
9 months.
So, do you remember the old world?
Oh, of course.
Okay.
And
Do you
that's why we're
remember-
here.
Exactly. You know, the folks like us that got stepped on all the time. Folks like me that had to steal just to live. That's what we're going towards over here. And that's exactly what we're trying to avoid. That's what we tried to escape. I think having an underground movement might be beneficial in the end.
He holds a finger up, walks over to the door, towards the great hall, puts an ear up to it for just a second, nods, locks the door, and turns back towards you all. You see, honey, I wasn't disagreeing with you all. I supported having these snake people on the streets telling my fellow workers what they can and can't do, our potential business opportunities are hindered by what's happening here. What's happening, from what I understand, throughout the continent. He swirls his drink a bit and takes another sip. But you can't just walk into a new person's house and say, I want to overthrow this. You gotta be subtle. You gotta be, dare I say, classy about it.
Yeah, I can.
Well,
I say in my drunken state.
No, I respect being upfront and to the point. It makes negotiations much quicker. But you gotta get a feel for who you're talking to first. What if I was working for Dragonbane? What if I had a good life here? You see where I live? Do you know how much better this is than the shack I grew up in? Now,
You got a shack, huh?
What street was that shack on?
Probably on the nicer side of the ghettos.
it wasn't even a street. It was just back in an alley somewhere. Behind some, I don't know, some gross tavern. Can't say I remember the name of it. Sometimes it's better forget those things, ain't it?
Probably ain't worth it.
What would that name do for us?
I wanted to know if you could take me to the street you were born on, Big Bird. It was a reference to the Sesame Street theme song. Okay, can we move on, please?
No, I think we're gonna linger on that bad joke for a bit.
Why?
But it's really
like
token.
so I can wallow in shame and never make a joke like that again.
No, you make all the
But
jokes
let's
you
move
want.
on, as
Well,
one does.
Liked it.
Ugh,
so
I regret this decision.
you want to have an underground movement to undermine those in power.
Those we don't want in power.
An underground movement, but also, I mean, we're trying to help the people out. So, literally, both figuratively and literally, an underground movement. We'd love to be able to use your resources to be able to move through the city pretty much undetected if we can.
Oh,
And I want to know where Meatball is.
so y'all are asking an awful lot.
James,
Oh
I
yeah,
don't
no,
think
just
he knows-
that's a bonus.
Let's
Meatball's great.
let's cover one at a time, shall we? So let's just say that I give you everything you want, and you depose those in power. And who claims power next?
Council, run by
Council.
representatives of the communities. One for the guilds, one for the wharf, one for the shanty towns, one for the privileged. We have a distribution of sovereignty, not just concentrated in the hands of one individual who's more than corrupt to use that power however they may. I mean, why would your successful lock and key business require an unscrupulous branch if it were not held down by the needless rules and regulations and confines and excessive amounts of taxation without representation that you're having right now? Why would you be doing what you are doing if you were having the same impediments that we ourselves and the rest of this community of Brownstone is facing? Tell me that.
You want to know why I do the things I do?
Indeed.
I got 2 reasons. Number 1, and most important, because I like it. It makes me happy. It makes me rich. Look at this. This is one of the nicest houses here.
What's he wearing? Has he got jewelry on?
He has
Look like-
rings. His very, very dapper, very height of fashion. If you can kind of see on stream, I have the artwork of him up. If not, I can pull this image up in here real quick. No problem. Give me 1 second. Make sure you can see it too. Oh, that
This
is
drink is
massive.
delicious.
It's, this is a very big 5.
Oh, that is a lot of jewelry.
Yes, a very dapper height of fashion. I mean, if you can see, even his sleeves, his cufflinks, have this beautiful blue gem in
Yeah,
it.
he looks like a European starling. And I mean that insincerely.
But that is not the only reason. And the second reason might be more important. Because I can help people. Because I can do just enough so that no one goes without a place to sleep and no one goes without a place to eat.
Okay.
None of my people will ever want for any basic necessity. Now, will they want for the finer things? Of course they will. And truthfully, they might not ever get them. But that keeps them motivated, that keeps them working, and that keeps us all in good, safe positions.
Mr. Step, I like helping people too.
I know you do, sweet horn man.
What did you call him?
Sweet horned man.
I'm just imagining that James is now laying down on the couch and barely holding his head up.
At
Now,
first,
Of
Yeah, go
course.
ahead.
Your second point. You want to be able to go throughout the town unseen. And I'd love, 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 love to let you do that. But I can't. That's not my territory, as it were.
Whose territory is it?
Oh. Now that belongs to, what are they called? Enter Reborn. I think, yeah, that sounds about right. It's, a group of, they're following some former monk from the old world. He, was part of some order, but they kind of took over the, well, I'll just say, they take over the sewers. I don't really like going down there. You might imagine it just gets my ruffles all aflustered, and I do not care for it. But I could see where that type of advantage would definitely come into play.
At first you had my curiosity, but now you have my attention.
Oh, I knew the two of us would be good friends.
Now hold up. As a businessman, I know that you deal in transactions. You've seen how easily our thief here was able to slip past your two henchmen out front. And you probably could get a guess about what our skill set is. What kind of jobs do you have lined up if we were to ask for a parlayance to these sewer folk?
Also, this man that you say is their leader, wearing shoddy robes, amulet that looks kind of like this,
Oh,
bald guy.
just that. You must know him.
Oh crap, it was the dude at Captain D&D's.
Think you might be onto something there. He kind of reaches his hand out towards your shoulder, and then, may I?
Sure.
He just kind of pats and caresses your shoulder a bit, and just now.
And now Ken is drinking the goblet.
Well, so let me. Sometimes my words aren't as pretty as yours. You want to do a job for my business venture in exchange for an introduction to those who run the sewers.
Not a personal job, an actual job where we leave this building and do something for you.
Oh, well,
Not to you.
I will not cause any harm to anybody who does not deserve it.
Is he still drunk?
I mean, yeah.
Oh yeah, totally.
You see what I was talking about when I said boneheads, right?
Oh, honey, I don't know how you've made it this far. Yeah.
Me either.
Bless your heart. But yeah, I think we can work something out. Can be, and I would never confuse a business proposition with a personal favor. Don't you worry about that, sweet Bill.
Ken just coughs. Oh dear.
Tell me where you're staying, and I'll get you the message when that job comes up.
Well, we're staying in the makeshift barracks right outside the Howard Duck Inn that's up on construction.
Of course you are. Okay then.
You already knew that, didn't you?
Someone get him water.
I think
Just
he's gonna need more than water to fix him.
Oh, that is a good idea. He walks back over towards that door, unlocks it, kind of sits for a second and just looks at all of you, definitely kind of judging you, sizing you all up, And then a young male Kenku walks into the room with a ceramic mug full of water, and puts it on the next to James. And it looks to Mostep and nods. Mostep nods back, and the Kenku kind of scurries off. Anything else?
Thank you. When I start drinking.
Wait, was there a job or not? I missed it.
I will have to.
Oh, you're gonna send it to us. Got it. Okay, let's get out of here.
We'll send. Oh well, you were just ready to leave, aren't you? Well then, you have.
Oh, rude.
Just I apologize that my hospitality has
That's a
not
cool
been up
sword.
to your standards.
Not at all. Appreciate your hospitality.
All right, so
I'm gonna try and give him a high five on my way out.
he's in. I'll have you.
Doesn't he grab it and kind of hold it and kind of pull him closer?
Just the standard, just the standard.
Hold me closer, Tony Danza.
Oh, Tony Danzel.
Tony Danza.
Meanwhile, Karn has one hand on James's back, and it's just got him. It's like, okay, buddy, let's go.
Definitely
Let's get you home.
You have a blessed day now. Definitely that kind of vibe. All right. Where do you want to head now that you have left Flock and Key?
Get some food.
I want.
Ow, I'm still full.
I want to punch Ken in the shoulder blades, just as hard as I possibly can.
Like attempting to do damage, or just like a?
I just want maybe.
Yeah, go for
I
it.
don't know. Probably.
Yeah, go for it. He'll do Constitution saving throw. So.
What? I don't even have an unarmed attack on my character sheet.
Yeah,
so.
it's gonna be strength then, right?
It's just a base attack if you're really wanting to just punch him in the.
So
Yes.
wait. So what am I? Jesus. So what am I rolling?
Strength.
You can kind of feel the punch coming behind. Are you gonna do anything to it? Or are you just gonna?
Me?
Yeah, I'm gonna let her do it.
Okay. You don't have to. You just hit him. You just
I
punch
can
him. in the
hear
back.
her winding up.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. You just give him a solid right in the back.
pow, right in between the shoulder blades. You want to roll for that, or we're just gonna
What
say
do
it?
I roll?
You're fine if you're not gonna if you're not attempting to get out of the way or anything. You would just be like, yeah, you can just punch me. She just hit you.
Okay.
There's no reason to roll.
All right.
Yeah. It's
All right.
solid.
So she just smacked me, and I'm like, ugh, what the hell is that for?
I think you know, Ken.
But we got exactly what we came for, which is information on connecting with your underground.
Could you
Yeah,
be
but they could have
Eddie.
gone horribly sideways. Well, more sideways.
I
Look, if the
I
two
think the
of
only
you,
way it would have been worse is if we didn't get any information at all and had just been killed right there.
if these two knuckleheads would not have blocked my hand earlier, we could have gotten what we needed from the gnome himself. So
You were going to just strangle a gnome.
I've done it before.
I'm sure you have, you weirdo.
He's just laughing now.
That guy was not doing anything to you.
He was not telling the truth.
I didn't need you to get him to tell the truth. I needed you to distract him so I could find the truth.
I recall us trying to discuss a plan before we went in there, and the part of you slipping away, looking for information while we distracted, never came up. So I don't know why you're getting angry.
I'm sorry. Did you miss out on the whole show that James put on in there of destroying shit?
I thought James was being James.
I'm holding up the lock. I did. This used to work. It used
It
to
Well,
work.
greasy now, and there's like 3 different lockpicks sticking out of it.
It sure did, buddy. If you want to learn lockpicking, I will show you sometime. I'll show you the basics.
Yeah. James, just as an FYI, though, I think the spring is supposed to be inside the lock. I don't know how you got it on the outside.
It is supposed to be on the inside of the lock.
It's a whole
Believe it or
Frankenbean
not.
situation again.
Anyways,
Where would you all like to be
we
heading?
did get
as your-
one piece
your
of
heads?
information.
Ooh, fountain. I just start walking towards the fountain.
I don't know if James is any condition for this, but now that we know that
You want to go to the sewers,
Look.
don't you?
well, I was going to suggest the area around the piers, since that's the last place we saw that
We're going back
Epox
to
guy
Captain
before he
DD's.
just vanished.
Guys, I have a feeling Karn wants us to go back to the pier. Is that what you're trying to say, buddy?
I honestly don't know if James is gonna be. James, buddy, are you up for that?
Yeah.
You wanna go for a little swim?
Ooh, that sounds
God. All right, let me go with him.
Well, we're
You're
all
my
going.
life raft.
Yeah, I'm also your boat and your buddy and your defender, clearly.
Okay.
Yeah, how about I
Defenders love choking out innocents.
Hey, some people like it. I will take James to the bay, and
Out of character, it was like the pier, the boardwalk was basically right in Galleon's Gate, right on the water.
yeah, I think
So we can just go right there, and
Yep.
I can just jump in the water. Sober
three,
myself.
three blocks south. Yeah. So.
Yeah, you're not far.
Basically, I'm just trying to sober myself up.
Okay.
So okay, speaking for the medical profession, that doesn't work. But
I know.
this is fantasy.
Story.
Moving on.
This is also magic isn't real.
Oh, what?
It's not real.
Oh God. I need to
Look,
return
just-
these crystals on eBay. Huh, moving on. Back.
Look,
back
we
to
just
the
taken the fantasy Taco Bell. That's all.
Kill food in him.
story. So we head back to the bay.
Okay. So kind of back to Galleon's Gate. Kind of some larger piers have been set up, like and a full-on like boardwalk as well. They're really trying to bring in the tourist dollars now, but people don't get to go home once they get here, which is fine. So yeah, James, you're able to just hop on into the water. Is that the plan?
Oh, I'm stripping.
Okay.
He's naked. All right, Ken follows
Yeah.
suit. He takes his robe off, puts his great sword, bags, on the next to the pier, and he pops in white duck mode, with only the pendant around his neck, in the water next to James, making sure he doesn't drown. Hey, hop on my back if you get tired.
Right.
Okay, we're in the water now.
And
It's fun.
Yep.
sober up and get out.
Yep.
Okay, cool. I'm good with that.
So, Yeah.
Get out. Get dressed.
Okay.
Hey, buddy, you feeling okay?
I did not handle that well.
No, you really
Alright.
didn't.
All right, let's keep going. What's the plan?
What's the plan? Do you guys want to check the sewer out real quick?
Yeah, let's look for an entrance.
I want to see if we can at least find any sign of where he might have gone, because if this guy truly is from my old order, that might be a good just inroad to trying to set up a connection there.
Karn, how about you drive the ship on this one? And this time, if you have a plan, please make it clear to us before you initiate it.
Yeah, thinking
Maybe
about that.
listen when I speak to you telepathically, Ken.
Ken, I'm gonna have to side with Chime on this one. We pretty much said, Chime, do what you want. We'll follow your lead.
Yeah, that's not how I operate. Anyways, moving on.
All right. Also, hi DC Sensei. Thanks for coming tonight. Hope you're having a wonderful evening. So you're down to Galleon's Gate. You're a little wet still. You're not fully dried off, and you have your clothes on. It's super uncomfortable, but it's fine. You're feeling a little better. Where do you want to kind of look for? Are you looking for like a particular sewer entrance, or just like any sewer entrance at all? What?
I imagine we're at the very the under part of the boardwalk. There's like a second tier down, and it's really dark. Think of
Yep. So you're like
think
under
of
that.
Skyrim, essentially.
Yeah.
So we're walking past the foundation of many of these buildings, which are built right on the shore, and so when high tide, low tide comes in, this area can be submerged at times. The boardwalk is slick. There are barnacles growing on it. A lot of boats and rowboats tied to the posts and what have you. And we're trying to kind of follow the infrastructure, the buildings as they course between each other. And there are steps going up, steps coming down, looking for something that's out of place, something that really shouldn't be there, like a statue, like a grate to an aqueduct or a sewer or something like that.
Whoever is searching, give me an investigation check.
Okay.
And if you want to break off into pairs and assist each other, like whatever you all want to do in terms of that.
Does it help that I have dark vision?
It's dark. It's definitely darker, but it's still like afternoon, and the boardwalk isn't. So like they didn't typically cut down trees and then plane them. They kind of used like, again, as most of this section of town is built from, it's disassembled pieces from boats. And while like the decking was in pretty good shape for most of these ships, there are enough like holes and knots and stuff in the boardwalk now that like light peeks through that you all can see pretty well. Okay, how'd you all do?
I got a 16.
11.
I got a 6.
Okay. Chime?
Chime got a 14. She
Just
muted
realized
herself.
I was muted. Whoops.
Oh, yes.
I got a 14.
Okay. So it takes you a while of searching, and you're looking for anything that, again, you, like, think of as out of place in the situation. It is, as Ken noted, like, statues and that kind of stuff. And you're not really finding it. You do eventually find a sewer grate that's coming out from, like, kind of the main section where the buildings are elevated. You're very close to the edge of the water at this point, even to the point of like if the tide was in a little more, it's probably low tide right now. High tide, this area would be completely submerged in a couple feet of water. And you find this grate, and it does have like some type of gross liquid slowly seeping out kind of into the water. But in terms of like an actual entrance or like other door, you don't see anything. And the grate is kind of a large, probably made from brass, really, like a decent diameter. I would probably go with like 4 or 5 foot diameter, which I don't really know what that would be radius wise because I was not good at geometry, and that's okay. Large enough that maybe somebody could crawl into it, but you'd be like crawling through sewage. But it is also like there are grates on it that are seemingly connected in some way. I don't want to say welded, but that would be the closest like comparison. Definitely on there in a sturdy way.
Well, if anyone was coming in and out of this thing, I don't know how the hell they would have done that.
Did that guy say anything to us? that we can use?
That I can
Not-
remember.
Not that I
Didn't-
can
wait.
think of. He was pretty squirrely.
Didn't he
basically-
say the people here are good to me?
He did, but then as soon as we tried to engage him in a conversation, he basically dipped out as quickly as possible.
Yeah, but he implied that he goes to Captain D&D's often, or at least enough that they would recognize him.
That's true. He did seem to be a fixture there.
I'm just gonna pull on the grate.
You're just gonna pull on the grate.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and give me
You
a
touched
strength
it.
check, please.
That's okay.
Like, are you pulling hard to like, can I rip this thing off, or is it just like, is this loose?
Yeah, I'm sort of like just testing it.
Sure.
So it's strength. Ooh, strength is not good. Oh, well, okay, I got 14.
You give it a solid tug, and it maybe shakes a little bit. It could potentially, like, if someone really got all their strength into it, potentially take that out, but you didn't quite have the muscle to do it.
Doesn't look like the easy entrance that that we're trying to find.
No, but it could still be an entrance to one of you big, strong boys. The muscle. Does any of the muscle want
As
to
she's
open the grate for
talking,
me?
Ken grabs the grate and yanks on it.
Okay, go ahead and give me a strength check.
I'm gonna take a step back.
So for the audience in real life, Bethany and I are not like this. We just play characters in game. We're actually very cordial and polite. So,
but
one
the
of my
dynamic
biggest
is fun.
fears. Yeah, one of my biggest fears is that people think this is actually how I am in real life, and it's not the case. I rolled a 17.
Okay. You pull on it, and you really like get your feet planted and give it a solid tug. And it
Come on.
feels like it's maybe coming loose, but you just don't have the full energy to keep pulling it.
Ken looks behind him, and he says, "Karn, help me out."
So as
All right.
as you turn
Hmm.
towards Karn to say something, you notice a man approaching all of you. Tattered robes, bald head, familiar pendant. And we'll pick up with that in 2 weeks.
Really?
Oh,
So our next episode will be on the 16th. That is the week of Givers and Gamers. We'll be talking about it even more. So hopefully you are ready for that. I feel like I should be saying more things.
Donald, I want to commend you. You did an amazing job tonight DMing and thinking on your feet when we threw curveballs at you. Thank you so much for what you do.
I'm not aware of you actually having a fastball or even a two-seamer, to be honest. You have your repertoire of pitches is curveball, maybe
Knuckle.
like definitely knuckleballs.
Definitely not.
Knuckleballs. Yeah.
Like you're probably they're easy. You might have like a circle change in there somewhere. That's my best night.
Change up.
Oh,
Yeah.
I keep forgetting that my character has an emote now.
You
for
do.
sus. I
Every
keep forgetting it.
character
I love it so much.
has
Bethany,
an
it looks so good.
emote. Which
yeah.
again, all those emotes done by Burger Bun. So please check out her art. I think I say this every week, and it means a lot. A normal game of D&D is a lot of fun, and you have default art and everything. If someone wanted to upgrade especially a digital game, the biggest upgrade you can possibly make is getting character art. It's gonna make your characters feel alive. It's gonna add like so many roleplay opportunities that as a DM, like looking at characters and getting that inspiration on like their personalities and stuff is just it's so much fun. And like the one thing you should do, like first priority, get character art. or make it yourself if you're so talented. But I'm not. Second, for me, is being able to make your own maps, and I might do a YouTube video after Givers and Gamers on like my favorite map making and some other DM tips if people would be interested in watching that on YouTube exclusively. So we'll talk about that in a future stream.
I know I am, because that is the area of the two that I'm not talented in.
Yeah, me too. I want to learn to make maps.
So we'll do some like map making. I'll do a YouTube video very likely. But again, if you all are joining us late, number one, thank you for being here regardless. And if you haven't registered for Givers and Gamers, please do. Just completely honest, the only reason we really stream is so we get better for Givers and Gamers. It's that important to us. We love the social aspect of it, but like that is our driving force. Just raising money and trying to help charity, and especially help people that really need the help. Anyway, that's my stuff. Y'all have anything else before we head off for the night?
No, thank you.
No.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's go say hi to Ruel Gaviola. If y'all haven't followed Ruel before, he's an amazing board game streamer. He is part of the Tabletop Live Network and responsible for raising, again, like $1,900 over this last weekend for Givers and Gamers. So we have that like already there before we've even started our actual event. So super appreciated by them. And yeah, let's head over to Ruel. I don't know if they've fully started. Oh, looks they're playing Imhotep and Patchwork, which are some really fun games. And yeah, we'll be back again. We're going to go down to a 2-day streaming schedule up until we get to Givers and Gamers. So no stream Monday. We will stream something on Tuesday and something on Wednesday next week. It's just we have a lot to do still. So yeah. Well, thank you all again for joining us, and we will see you all soon. Sorry, I'm a mess tonight. Bye, everybody.